Hello everybody, welcome to Exercise with Ginny. That's me, Ginny. So I'm going to be looking today at specifically at exercises to do after you've been doing racket sports. So if it's tennis, badminton, squash, also could be cricket, what else could it be? Golf. So all those exercises where you're particularly using your upper body a lot. So we need to strengthen, obviously, to be able to be strong to do all these exercises, but it's also really important that we stretch out after we've had a good session. So if you've been playing golf for 4 hours, playing tennis for 2 hours, whatever it is you've been doing, been on the cricket pitch, bowling, batting for hours, hopefully, then you need to stretch out. So we're going to work from top to toe. We'll hold most of the stretches for 15 seconds. You can hold them for longer when you're doing them yourself, but obviously we want to get through them now. So I will show them all to you, and when you're doing them after your exercise, then you decide how long you want to hold them for. But I would advise that you don't hold a stretch for more than about 20 seconds, release it, and then do it again if you want to. The only one where there's an exception to that is potentially the hamstring stretch. So let's start at the top of the body, and we will start with these deltoids going down the back. And so across the shoulders, down the back. Take your hand, take your arm and put it on this shoulder here. Take the other one up and put it close to the shoulder here. And then with this one, pull towards you. You need to feel that stretch down the back here, okay? So we hold this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down, crossing over this side and this side. Lengthen this out, pull towards you, feeling the stretch all the way round here and down the back. Good. Now we're going to do the triceps. So thinking about the outside of the arm here. Take the arms up, fold one down. It's got to be close to your ear. And then what we do is we put it on the other shoulder and pull down on the elbow. Sometimes you'll find you put your hand in the center here, you'll get more of a stretch across that shoulder blade down back if you put it across to the opposite shoulder. Release that one, and then the other side, bring it down, put the hand on the shoulder here, pulling down. Long stretch there. And release it. Good. Thinking about our backs. We'll do one stretch on the wall. This will also help your wrists as well with this particular stretch. So you're going to put your hands flat on the wall, parallel to your shoulder. Yes, you want them in this parallel line here. Walk the legs back and drop your head down between your shoulders. You don't need to walk your legs back too far. You will feel a bit of a stretch, obviously, in your hamstrings, in your calves, down through the Achilles, but we are concentrating on the back here. So, you could walk the legs a little bit further forward. The main thing is drop those shoulder blades down and drop your head down. Use the out breath to sink into the stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Okay, my favorite one for the back. Arms up. You fold forwards, 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 forwards. See if you can get your hands down to the ground
with your legs straight. If you need to bend your legs a bit, then obviously you do that. If you can keep them straight, then you're going to get a stretch down through your hamstrings as well. A lot of people, particularly men, have short, tight hamstrings, so you may want to be bent a bit here. Breathe into your lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bend your knees. Take your hands back and take them through your legs. So the palms are facing up and you squat. Now it's quite hard for me to look up at you here to see what you're doing, but you want this wide squat. Really opening out the hips here. This is all about flexibility in the hips. You are also stretching your wrists because you've got your palms facing up, so that's a different sort of stretch for your wrists. And let's bring that up. Slowly bring it up. So as I say, you know, you can hold these stretches for longer or you can repeat them. We're now going to take it that we're going to stretch across the hip here. This is the IT band. So a lot of these sports, golf, tennis, there's a lot of swinging. So hand to the wall. In fact, put your whole forearm on the wall. The legs are out. Take the outside leg across and then lean into the wall. You're going to feel the stretch down here, but not on this side, on the other side. You can't see it. Really lean in. Feel the stretch from here, pretty much down to here. It's a long band, the IT band, that goes over the top of the hip there. Release it. Other side. So flat arm on the wall, bringing the legs out, cross one over, lean in. Got that one, everybody? And release it down. What are we doing next? Need to check my, the calves, yes, the calf muscles. So leaning against the wall, I'll do it here. This time take the leg out, take it as far as you comfortably can. I need to come across a bit actually, you can't see me there. So you take it across as you comfortably can and then extend back, getting your heel down. Now take it really slowly because it's a very intense stretch. As we all know, the Achilles is delicate and we can have a slightly swollen Achilles, or we can completely rupture it. And if we rupture it, my goodness, we know about it. It sounds like a gun going off. And then it's months before we're able to play again. So do take it easy. Toe down and stretch it out. And then we release it. So stretching out the adductors, the inner thighs. So if you're the likes of Djokovic, or particularly Djokovic, who is so stretchy. I mean, when he lunges for the ball and things, I mean, he just, his legs go out in the splits. I'm trying to think of the equivalent female who does that. Probably Serena. She's got pretty good extension. Good stretch here. The lower you go, the more you'll get. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Release. Up the other and over onto the other side. Good. Try not to lean forward too much. Try to keep the body up. and go. Now with the quads, there's the standard quad stretch, this one, where you bring your knees parallel to each other, pull it back. But we're going to do the pigeon stretch because it's more intense. And as well as getting the quads involved, you also get your glutes involved. So it's a 2 for the price of 1 stretch. Coming down onto all fours. Bring the hands forwards. Check that you can see me here. Yep, you can. Bring your knee to your wrist and then pivot the leg out. So look, it's called the pigeon stretch because it looks like a pigeon, basically. Then you lengthen out the back leg and you're trying to get your heel here close to the groin. Some people like to take the leg out a little bit wider. Mine, I prefer it sort of close to the groin. You are up tall here. That leg is lengthened out. And the stretch, you can't see, but it's on the other side. You're feeling it obviously in your quads, in your glutes, but on the other side. And if you drop down a little bit more, you're going to feel it more intensely. Release that up. Other side. Bring the knee to the wrist. Pivot round so the sole of the foot is facing up. Lengthen out. Long, long, long. Shoulders slide down the back, looking straight ahead. Drop that butt cheek down a bit more. Sometimes people like to increase this even more by bringing the hands forward and stretching out. Bringing your chest down to the thigh. That is an optional extra. Coming up and round. So hamstring. I like to use a band because I find it gives me more flexibility. I can increase the stretch. So putting the band round one foot, lifting up here, head down. If you don't have the band, then you hold your thigh, your calf, your shin, your ankle, your toes, depending on your flexibility, but never pull on the knee. So don't put your hand on the knee and keep your head down. Pull it towards you. And we tend to hold this stretch longer. It's called a developmental stretch. And what you have to think about is every sort of 15 to 20 seconds, you pull a little bit closer in. And you hold it for that minute. We won't do that now because that takes up time. But we'll just hold the short one here. But remember to pull it in as you take your out breath, as you exhale. Then you swap legs, lengthen out, pull towards you. And you probably find that one leg you can get straighter than the other. Most people find that. And we're going to release it. So finally, we're going to bring ourselves up. So tuck the chin in, round the shoulders, engage the abdominals, lift up, 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 and fold over the top. Breathe into your lower back. Reverse it the other way. You roll down, bring the legs up, and take them over. So as you go over, put your knees to your temples. You can either support your back or put your hands down flat. and then you roll it down. Again, you can hold these stretches longer, up to you, but don't overstretch. Rolling onto your sides. That is it. That's a wrap. So that's what you do after you've been doing your playing your game of tennis, your cricket, your squash, badminton, golf. Apologies if I've left out any other sports that involve particularly the upper body. So let's bring ourselves up. Tuck the toes under, bending your knees, floating up. Breath in, float down again. Breath in, float it up. And thank you very much. So please like this video. Leave your comments about it. If there are any other stretches or anything that you particularly like me to do, then give me feedback. Really helpful always to know. So I think that was probably about 15 minutes, 16 minutes of stretching. You can take it longer, take it shorter, but particularly do the upper body stretches. That's really important. So thank you, and I will see you on the mat again very soon.